Justina's health was fine. In fact, she did a number of figure skating shows. The child was healthy, thriving, and in 13 months, her health has gone to near death.
There's no muscles left in her neck.
Now she's in a wheelchair, paralyzed below the hips.
Her legs are blown up like balloons.
I definitely feel these doctors are playing God with my daughter. The fact that they are continuing to abuse her medically and psychologically, that Boston Children's is doing that, is mind-boggling.
Okay, Lou, I'm glad you're here.
Thank you.
Because this needs to be talked about. Now, the gag order has been lifted.
Yes, it has been lifted.
All right, and you've chosen here to come and talk about this. Why here, why now?
If there was ever a person to talk about the abuse of psychological over medical, it's going to be Dr. Phil.
Well, I'm glad that you did. Let me start with this. What happened the night that you were escorted from the hospital? What triggered you and your wife being escorted out of the hospital by security? Why did someone do that?
We arrived at the hospital February 10th because we went to Boston Children's for one reason only. Her stomach doctor, one of the world expert leaders on GI motility, had left Tufts to go to Boston Children's.
You went there to follow him there?
Follow him. But when we got to the emergency room, and a young neurologist came along and said, what she has, there's no such thing as mitochondrial disease. And we're just going to try a new approach. So for the first couple of days, we said, sure, we're game. We'll try anything if it's going to help get her better. But Wednesday, February 13th, that's when the world changed. And they said, we're going to stop all our medications. We're not going to be doing any more diagnosing. We're not going to be speaking to any other doctors, including her Tufts doctors. And I said, time out. So the next day, February 14th, Valentine's Day, I went up there with my other daughter, who has mito, and we went to discharge her. And they hemmed and hawed. We were at the main nursing station. And I could see out of each corner of my eye, security guards here, there, everywhere. So I said, this is smelling bad. So I actually called the Boston police, 911, and said, Boston Children's Hospital is about to kidnap my daughter. So they came in, we get brought into a little room where the young neurologist and the young psychologist say, we have decided to call the Department of Children and Families because we feel you're risking your daughter's safety by not following our protocol, which is what your daughter has is not medical, it's psychological.
At that point, then you are escorted from the building.
We are given by a number of security guards. They escort my wife and my daughter out of the building, and we're given a no trespass. If we ever show up on the property again unauthorized, we will be arrested.